named Bruce Lee.
Oh, yeah.
When he lived here, these red windows up here, those were Bruce Lee's Kung Fu studios. I just think that's really fascinating. But this was Bruce Lee's American home. He was married to a Seattleite. So he had a studio here and lots of roots here. He's actually buried in the cemetery up on Capitol Hill. Okay, and there's lots of pedestrians that don't look like they know where they're going. PK Park is the central gathering part of Chinatown. We're on the back side of the Bush Hotel. To see that beautiful mural is depicting the Chinese-American contribution to Seattle. The dragon represents the railroad, and if you look up at the building, there's writing that says Bush Hotel, modern and fireproof. It is not fireproof, but it was relatively fireproof compared to the other buildings it was replacing after the big fire. I'm going to go left, and you're going to look down, of course, to the right and see this gorgeous West China Gate. Just came in 2008, welcomes people to this important part of our city, and they're putting one up on the east end too. Nope, there's going to be one on the east side too, and it costs $600,000, which is nothing, because it was mostly built in China and then was shipped here. We've always had very big, strong trade relations with China because we're the closest in the contiguous United States to China, Korea, Japan. So there's always been a lot of trade happening. Awajimaya Village on the right-hand side, the largest Asian department store on the West Coast, was started by a Japanese-American family about 85 years ago. And if you think we're the only ones who like the dollar store, this is a Japanese dollar store. Yeah, I love it. It's called Daiso. A lot of people don't know this, but it was Japanese-American farmers who started the Pike Place Market. And it was largely the Japanese-American farmers who ran the market from 1907 to the 1940s until the internment happened here in the United States. And then they were forced off their farms and out of their homes and out of their businesses. But we had a thriving Japanese-American community on Bainbridge Island. As a matter of fact, that was the Japanese-American community. Now I'm going to turn right. If you look to the left, you'll see this blonde brick building with the terracotta roof. Now that was the original immigration station for many of the immigrants traveling from the Far East. We had two immigration stations in Seattle. Another one was down at Western and Union. Now we can see this beautiful dragon. This is the closest we get to these gorgeous dragons. They weigh 300 pounds each. They're painted to look like paper, but they're actually metal. And it has 5 toes, which tells me something about that dragon. Does anybody know what it means when the dragon has 5 toes? It means it's no ordinary dragon. That's a royal dragon. And it's imbued with special powers, right? It actually can bring, if you gift somebody a 5-toed dragon, you're wishing them wealth, prosperity, happiness, love, all those things that we aspire to on the earthly plane. We have 12 of these dragons that are marking the perimeters of this important community. And it's really nothing short of a miracle that gentrification has not happened in this part of our city. And we, in large part, we actually have Paul Allen, the co-founder of Microsoft, to thank for that with his Vulcan Development Group on the right here. He really brought a lot of business into this area that wanted it to stay unchanged. And Paul Allen's a huge supporter of art and culture. Off to the left, Liz runs the red light, I think. Great skyline view. And then to the right here, we've got the CenturyLink field. This is where
you're probably going to see some people walking around it because in about half an hour, the University of Washington is going to be graduating their current.
Oh, University of Washington is graduating their current class today at the CenturyLink field, and we also did the pre-games for the World Cup.